Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about a creator's thought process. Well, my thought process and how I get into making this idea come to life. The first thing that I do when I have an idea is that I write it down, pin it in my notes. From there, I subtitle what my topic's going to be about. Then I categorize everything and I put little notes underneath those categories to kind of give myself a head start. Sometimes it's hard and sometimes it's easy. It feels like I'm freestyling most of the time. I don't freestyle. I tried it. Did not work for me. But yeah, you know, creating something. As a photographer, I'm consistently taking photographs. I'm always looking at something. I'm always visualizing something. I'm always looking at something. Everything has a frame and I'm always paying attention to details. So I guess that gives me a jump, you know, a standpoint, as you can say, to this whole creative process. When I start to visualize what I want and, you know, making this whole leap into videography and cinematography, as you want to call it, it's been a change, and I tried it a few years back and it just completely failed. I wasn't ready for it, and when you want to learn something, you're gonna learn it. It's just something I felt I wasn't ready to learn then. Making this whole leap into making videos and making vlogs has opened up my creativity a lot more than in the past few years, even with music. And, you know, I think that the most important thing in life is to create. You know, that's how we go about our lives. We watch television, we watch our favorite TV shows, books, we read our favorite books, you know, entertainment. It's just a part of life. I think about it sometimes on how I could have created something. I go back and I look at things that I've created and seeing how far I've come with this creative process. It's been a journey. I just think that creating something that you've had in your head or you wrote down and bringing it to life, bringing it onto the big screen, YouTube, to, you know, making a song out of it, to a painting, to a drawing, I think that's just amazing. And that's where I'm trying to get to here. It's just amazing that I could create something and, you know, people can enjoy it and people can look at it and say, hey man, I like that. So that's just how I feel about the creative thought process and how I go about creating things. What gives me the motivation to create even more is when I create something and people like it. Okay, dude, so like I was thinking like earlier, like when I woke up, I was thinking of like, because I usually like to learn something every day. I like to learn a word every day. I just like to learn something new every day. So I was thinking in my head, I was like, I wonder if there's a site that just tells you like a fun fact, or, you know, just, I mean, and I know there's a lot of these fun facts on the, you know, the feed on Facebook and on Instagram, but I wanted to know if there was an actual site. So I came around this site called learnsomething.everyday.uk. It started on January 20th, 2019, and it ended April of 2019. And I thought this was the greatest idea, just to, I mean, if the editor would have just kept going, I think this would have been amazing. So the site is called Learn Something Every Day, and, you know, I didn't even really see about Learn Something Every Day is your daily dose of doodled facts created by illustration and animation studio Young. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. To contact us about a project, please say okay. And okay, so this is the source. I thought these facts were pretty neat. So I'm gonna read a few to you, and I think that these were just pretty neat. Humans contain enough iron to make a 3-inch nail. Now, I've heard that before, but I didn't know it was a fun fact. The most common national flag color is red, which I have seen a lot of red in all of these flags in different countries and states and all that. Elvis was blonde. I did not know that. See, I like to look at these facts and then I like to look them up and see more about what this fact is, you know. The longest boxing fight lasted 110 rounds. Now, I could not sit through 110 rounds, especially if they're 12 minutes per round. I would die. That is something I'd want to look up. There's a prison called Freedom in Uruguay. Am I pronouncing that right? I'm I'm really bad at pronouncing things. Michael Jackson is the highest paid dead person. And I'm still here. Living life. I'm just kidding. That's crazy. I like this little pop-up thing it says right here. I won't stop till I get enough. That's just... It takes 595 oranges to charge an iPhone. I didn't even know that iPhones could be charged with oranges. So that's 2 facts in one. Ants can lift between 20 to 100 times their own weight. I've heard that in Ant-Man, I think. Now, this I don't get. There's an estimated 5 gazillion bacterias living on Earth. Like, who's there counting these bacterias? Like, who's calculating this? I want to know, because if you're calculating these bacterias living on Earth, I think I need to have you as my new accountant. We're not even gonna get into that. Dynamite is made from peanuts. I knew that, but I didn't know that. I heard that somewhere, and I don't know. The Bible doesn't say the forbidden fruit was an apple. That is... World's oldest dog died at the age of 29. That is crazy. We had a dog that was 12 years old, and she could barely get up the stairs. We had to pick her up at one point, and it's sad. So, I mean, at 29, being a dog, I don't know. That's not something I'd be digging if I was that dog. Now, where I was getting to here, because I thought it was the same photo, because it was red and red, ketchup was sold as medicine in the 1830s. Now, that is crazy. I'm looking this up right here, right? Because I didn't grasp this information earlier. I was looking these up earlier, by the way. Tomato ketchup was once sold as a medicine in the 1830s. Tomato ketchup was sold as a medicine claiming to cure ailments like diarrhea, indigestion, and jaundice. The idea was proposed by Dr. John Cook Bennett, who later sold the recipe in form of tomato pills. He was making a killing off of that. I bet you anything at some point you couldn't really even get those tomato pills. They probably were just spanking those bad boys. Like, here you go. Here are these pills. What do, doc? They get rid of your diarrhea. Also, you can eat them with your eggs. Okay, so tomato ketchup was popularized as a condiment commercially in the late 1800s. And today Americans purchase 10 billion ounces of ketchup annually. And I can tell you that I am probably 9 billion of those people. I love ketchup. I am 9 billion of those people in one. It's super sunny out here. I brought my chicken sandwich and my Monster. So what do you think those people were doing there? I think they're moving out, because I've seen that truck there a few times.
You're right.
They're moving out. Hello, pretty. Don't do that again. I wink. I'm gonna have to cut that out.
I'm not a good winker, I've been told. Let me see yours. That wasn't a wink.
What do you mean?
Hey, look at me when you do it. That wasn't good.
What do you mean?
You
That was
part of mine. That wasn't good.
that was perfect.
I think
Okay.
mine was better.
Let's try it again.
You winking out like that?
Master of karate. So we're sitting out here because Jenny wants to be out here in the sun. It feels good. We're just in our driveway. So what is one thing in the universe that you'd want to do if you could do it for free?
Like anything?
Anything.
Probably visit somewhere that I've been wanting to go. I really want to go to Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah. It's supposed to have like really pretty scenery and like old timey buildings and stuff.
If I could do anything in the world for one day and it didn't matter about life's rules, I'd go back on the Titanic.
The Titanic sank, dog.
Yeah, but I'd want to go on the Titanic when it was up and running.
So just for like the days before it sank,
Yeah.
if we were on the Titanic together, I would be just like Rose and take the whole tour. You would freeze us, and then I'd just
No.
get your little fingers.
You can't. Listen, getting my Nikes dirty. It has a flashlight up here and I still don't know how to use it.
Actually,
Yeah, it is. Look, you put it in there. And so, I don't know how you're supposed to. Oh, that's a little.
what is that?
What is this?
Get all these fun features.
I don't know what it is.
Let me see. No. Oh, it looks like there's something else in there. A battery.
Oh, you need a battery for it? Didn't come with a battery?
I guess not.
I don't know what that's for. I probably need to know all these fundamental facts about this knife if we want to go camping.
I was in adventure crew when I was 14, so I know camping skills.
I went hunting a few times with my uncle and shot a few deers. That's about it. We went camping like 2 or 3 nights, but I mean, I wasn't really camp lead. I think one of the coolest things that I had when I was camping and hunting, we went out for like a few days, were these packs of, like these warm packs, and you would break them and
For your hand?
yeah, and
Yeah.
it would instantly heat, and you'd keep them in your hands because we went camping in the cold.
You wouldn't-
We would put the corn in the feeder, get all dressed up in our camouflaged jumpsuits or whatever it is, and then we'd go out and wait. Yeah, so it's one fun fact that you know at the top of your head.
I know what SCUBA stands for.
Scuba?
Yeah.
Scuba dive?
Yeah.
What does it stand for?
It stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. You know that?
No, I did not know
It's a
that.
fun fact.
That's a fun fact.
You know where I learned it from? Nick is for Boy Meets World. Not even recently. When I was a kid, I still remember it. I'm rewatching Boy Meets World, but I remember that fun fact.
No, I was looking at you like that. I would have never thought.
You're impressed, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I would have never thought that the word scuba had a meaning to it.
Me either.
Fun fact: they cracked the Liberty Bell in front of Patty's Pub. Am I allowed to say that without trademark? Oh, you know what? Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. So this is not really a fun fact. So check this out. Something that I learned off of a reel I saw earlier. So check this out. If you want to like download like a quick photo and then you see a few that you like, or you're doing something real quick, what you can do is you can hold it down, go into Google and you hold it down, move it around once, and then you have that photo right there, right? And then you can click all these photos, right? All of these that you want, say like you want all these photos, and then what you do is you move out, go into your photos right here, and you just drag them right here, and then you have all those photos in there. That's really cool, right? Then you have all these photos, but I didn't really want all these photos of D. Reynolds. Okay. Come in. So we have to do this ending, right? So thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch me on YouTube. Next week, I'm going to have a tutorial on how I remove blemishes on Photoshop and some more Adobe junk. Just quick tips and how-tos, how to brighten a photo. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Would kindly hit that bell to get notified every time I have a video up. That'd be great. Also, go ahead and follow my Instagram. I basically have my entire portfolio on there. So I think it'd be pretty neat to see those photos on my grid and then to see how I actually edit and make those photos on YouTube. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. I can't really do the whole camera thing from here. All right, that's not working.